your page, girl.
It's ours.
Yeah, but
Okay, so we're gonna talk about
self-love and abundant mindset.
So I'm Tanya. Oh,
Tiffany.
but Tiffany's gonna lead down the topic because she's a pro on that.
I hope
I'm shy.
Me too.
I'm also shy, but we're talking to a phone. So.
Yeah, we are here like cool.
Okay, self-love. I think we can like delve into what does self-love mean to us. Like, what does it mean to you, Tanya? What does it mean to you?
I'll go
Wendy?
first.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Because I'm like,
Personally, I think self-love is. What's that? I don't know how to explain it. Putting yourself first. Putting yourself first. What matters to you. There will always be like problems. But you have to put yourself first.
oh my gosh. Okay, I think I needed this question today.
Mm-hmm.
I think self-love, Kwandira, is like, yes, it's taking care of myself and like, taking care of myself and understanding the kind of person I'm trying to be, but like with love towards myself, without judging myself, without being hard with myself, because I like there are times that I'm very hard on myself, and I realize it's like I'm just stabbing myself when I do that. Yeah. What about you?
Okay, it's two words, self and love, right?
Mhm.
So first the self, like
Mm.
understanding myself, like who is Tiffany, who am I, and then the love aspect of it. I make love into an acronym, but I'm usually in like a relationship sense. But if it's like love, it's like a lifestyle of voluntary exchanges.
Ooh.
So if it's like in a relationship, if it's like voluntary, it's a voluntary exchange. The moment it ceases to be voluntary, it's like an obligation. It's not love anymore. So when I think self-love, I think I am doing the things that I would like to do for myself without having to think twice about it, without having to doubt myself and thinking, do I deserve it? It's like, I do deserve it.
Yes.
So if I would do something really nice for my friend, why wouldn't I do it for myself?
Exactly.
So yeah, I guess that's what self-love means to me.
That's the
Yeah.
I think it's like extending the same grace you give to other people. You have to give yourself grace. Because too often we are like hard on ourselves and then we soften to the other people. So give yourself grace. Don't be hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Too often we are consumed by my family's ego. So where you forget about yourself. Sometimes you feel bad, but someone asked me for this. Kuti urambe dzimwe nguva you feel bad kuti anozofungei but akandiitira chii sometimes you have to be selfish. You have to be selfish for yourself because some say you can't pour from an empty cup. You're always pouring. At some point your cup will be empty. And then I think Dokanutanga, like issues there, resentment. You are resentful. Yeah, I have seen that. I'm late. Number 10.
okay. Am I supposed to give the definition again?
I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever
yeah,
you want to.
I don't know.
No, she's leading the topic.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now we understand self-love. Like, how do you show yourself that love? Like, you've said what it is, but like, in a practical manner, you know, what are like 3 things that you do to show yourself that you love yourself?
3 things.
Yeah.
Who did you want to go first?
3. 1.
3. Okay, you can do. You
I
can do
allow
one.
myself to rest.
Uh-huh.
I'm tired sometimes. I'm now allowing myself to rest. Back then I used to think I have to push further. But now if I get tired, I'm resting, baby. I'm resting.
For me, it's like there's one of these things I've realized I like to do. Like, I like to like take myself out for dinner, to like reserve it and like dress up and just go and just feel myself and enjoy myself. and then I meditate a lot. When my mind is, I just, go away from everything, meditate in silence, and just try to like do with my mind. And then another thing that I do now is I just sit on my couch and just chill and look at the sun. Yeah, sometimes I have wine when I'm there, and I'm just like resting in my body. So cool. Mama mia. When I think of it, it's just like when I'm in that space, then I'm gonna come out a different way. So I try to do it more often now, and I think the results are, I can see them.
Okay. Do I have to go?
Yeah, it's your
Oh,
turn.
I thought I was interviewing y'all. Like, fuck it. Those are some good responses. For me, I think I feel the most loved. I feel like I love myself more when I'm feeling good. So I have this mantra that I tell myself: when I look good, I feel good, I do good. So, like in just the way I show up to stuff, like I want to look good, or I want to smell good, or I just try and make an effort into how I look, and then also take care of my mind. Like she said, like when it's time to rest, it's time to rest. I sleep. I will sleep for like a 7-8 hours. I don't care if I'm gonna be late. Like my sleep, my rest. Cause like sometimes when you're tired, you can't show up for stuff. You can't fully be present and experience life and be happy because you're like, oh, I'm so tired. So I try to rest. I try to take care of my mind. I feed myself. I read stuff that I think is motivational. I watch stuff that I think is motivational. Just feed my mind to good things like positive affirmation.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that's it. Like just take care of my body, take care of my mind. And also another way of self-love, I think, spending time with people you love as well. Because then you're exposing yourself to just that positive energy and the good vibes. And that on its own is like, oh, I get to pick who I'm around. So I love myself because I'm around people that I've picked that also love me. So just being around good vibes and positive energy.
Talking about spending time with people we love, I made it a priority to show up for the people I love. That's my brother, that's my sister. I went to Mashingo the other time. I got maybe 7 days off. Then I went to Mashingo to visit my brother last year. I had a really good time. He spoiled with me. And the energy is positive. You know you love them and you know they love you back. And then he sent me $43 for my birthday. So yeah, I think spending time with the people you love is a form of self-love too.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Do you think here, like in this country, like when we are being raised, are we taught that?
I don't think so. I don't think we're taught to love ourselves. The minority of people were taught self-love, I think another form of self-love can be telling yourself no to certain things. Setting boundaries is a form of self-love as well. And we don't get taught how to set boundaries. We don't get taught how to say no. We're taught to be very selfless. You need to be serving. You need to go above and beyond. Yeah. So not as much. We're not really taught self-love. We're taught to people please, which is like I think the opposite of self-love in some way, because it's like, oh, how you dress. You need to dress for everyone. You need to look good. You need to be decent. You need to cover yourself up. Let's say how else. You need to serve. Work until your back breaks. And it's like I'm not listening to my body.
Yeah.
And so when you're not doing that and you're hurting yourself, it's not self-love. So I don't know. I think people pleasing in some way is the opposite of self-love. Some aspects of it go against true self-love. Yeah.
You remember when the last meetup we had, when we were talking about what's something that your mother did that you don't want to carry on with? I discovered my mom was so selfless. She was people pleasing, and I'm learning to decenter myself from that. If I see a relative that I don't like, trust me, I'm gonna change my mind. And my sister knows that I'm gonna call you. That is an English, so because you know they will be asking you, so what are you up to? Yeah, you just say, yeah, actually, I'm gonna go to the and all that. And you don't want that. You just want to live your life. You just want to act your age and all that.
Yeah.
And then relatives can be so overwhelming sometimes. Their expectations because your mom was our aunt, your mom was this, you have to do this for us. And African tradition in general can teach you to sabotage yourself. And I'm learning to say no. Sometimes I soften and then I tell myself, no, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I set like my non-negotiables for this year, and I'm trying. If I say this is non-negotiable, trust me, I'm trying to not negotiate on that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? I think also like for me, like what you guys said, we're never taught to love ourselves. There's also like a lot of like being compared with the girl next door. So I think we just grow up like with so much anger towards the other girls, and it's like then it grows in us as we grow. So even when you're an adult, it's even a bit hard to now find like a community that you feel safe in, because the next girl was always your competition.
Yeah.
Why are you not waking up the same time that girl wakes up? Like it's like you don't know yourself. You're trying to be that girl. Like she did that, let me try to do it too. And I think as we grow, it's still there. Like I still see like women that are.
And you're living in their shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like also on that issue of like how the comparison thing, you then also grow up comparing yourself to other women. And I think that's where a lot of animosity, so to speak, where women don't like each other. Because it's like we're taught to always be in competition and like always be like, you know, this person's doing this better. And like then it's like, oh, that's why probably they're great in life and stuff. But that's not why they're great. They're great because maybe the systems around what they're doing is working. But for you, like you're in a different life, you're on a different path. So like you set up your own systems to get where you want to get. You don't have the same goals. So I've seen like with women, you know, how there's always like the aunties are always like, hey, you should be like your little sister, like your cousin. And that then translates to like sometimes into friendship, where you feel like you're like in a way like your friends. Now you feel like, oh, like I'm with my friend, maybe we're also like being compared and stuff. And I think it becomes subconscious.
Yeah.
So it's like you need to realize that, oh no, I was raised up in this, but I can like get myself out of it by looking within and like focusing on your strengths. What's that thing that makes you different? Like in business they say it's a unique selling point. What's your unique selling point, you know? For maybe Kundi, she might be like a very good storyteller, you know, but Tanya might be like a really good public speaker. You're both in like maybe like the media space, but different aspects of it, you know. You would excel better as like an MC. She would excel better, you know, if she's like doing like voiceovers and telling stories, because she can like do things with her voice. But if you now want to get into the space of like, oh, voiceovers as well, and you're a really good MC and you're like, you know, it defeats the purpose of who Tanya is. So I think identifying your strengths, like I'm really good at this is my unique selling point, and working on that, like that helps you to love yourself so much, because you were like really grounded and confident, like, yo, when it comes to ABCD, I am good at this, I know what I'm doing, and no one can do it the same way I'm doing it. And it's also just like, you can look at shops, right? We've got the Pick and Pay, the OK, the TM, all grocery shops. You can get the same things, but they're like not the same brand. They're doing what they're doing, you know. That's a business where they can compete. We are people. We're not competing for customers.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think knowing your strengths, looking within, what am I good at, and then leveraging that. I think it's a good way to kind of learn to love yourself as well.
And I also think sometimes we are surrounded by people who are insecure about themselves. When we sabotage ourselves, if Tiffany is insecure, her insecurity will brush on Tanya. And then we can't really explore ourselves because they are insecure. I've experienced it at work. You know, at my workplace, it's mining environment. People don't really even care about how they dress. Just pull up your work pants, your t-shirts, you're off to work. I told myself, I did it for a month or two. Then I said to myself, I'm not going to do this. I have 10 days of working here, 5 off days. Sometimes I want to rest. I'm gonna explore my femininity. And then people are like, "Kuntum salad, she will not." I left my lip gloss in my women's car, and she said, "I think this is yours." Left it in my car. That was yours in the airport because I can't have no chance lip gloss. Like, and then kunjano no tea, akadai so kunjano dai. And then if you let those people brush their insecurity, trust me, you're gonna hate yourself. Some people are so insecure.
Yeah.
They are so insecure about themselves. They are doing this and then it's a mining company. You can't plait your hair like that. You can't do this. You can't like do makeup. And why do I have to show up like my dad? Yeah. And I told myself, no, I'm not gonna negotiate this. I'm not going to negotiate. I'm going to look good.
Yeah, and I support that because I think a lot of the time, if you're like working in STEM or if you're in STEM, there's always that like need to push that. Oh, you can't
have to be
show up
more
as
like a man. You can't.
Female. But
Exactly.
you need to like your femininity. You're created a woman for a reason.
I like Coach Carter. That female basketball coach. She's always wearing her heels, fancy clothes, all dressed up
On
for
the court.
For the court.
Yeah. She's cool.
She's cool.
Yeah, and like we need more women like that. Like you already, you need to go with your lace fronts to the mine, and
Oh my
they will
God.
be like. But then you're setting like an example for if someone else is to come in.
Yes.
Because like you're probably not the only woman who wants it. But then the thing is, there's no one who's confident enough in that space to do it. And there's just like you're saying, no, salad. You're being given all these labels. You're just a girl. Salad.
No, you're just being a girl.
Yeah. It reminds me of this song. I don't know who's saying it. You know, Musati Shandaro Roini and check it. Like, yeah, like I remember like I had an aunt that used to put the song, which would be like she would just put the song like so many times, and she was always like taking care of herself. And then this one when I was like so grown, I was like, that song was so deep. But maybe she was just playing it for the vibes. But the lyrics keep coming back in my mind, and I'm like, I think, especially in the ghetto, like you see a lot of women, as soon as they, like even very young girls, as soon as they get into that, they lose themselves. And I always like have that song in my head, like no, such a lot of writing and check it.
My sister was like, Kundi, I discovered my man is a water, perfume water. In any Panakapina marriage, if you buy the perfume, I'm gonna buy. If you buy another one, I'm gonna buy it for myself. If you buy this, I'm gonna buy. And this could budget do things for yourself. Go out, explore.
The abundance mindset, you say.
Abundance.
Go out, explore.
It's a way. Abundance. What does it mean to you? Like. Yeah, you were telling us. Okay, I can start. I think abundance is just, it's a deep belief that you're gonna get everything that you want. The thing is, I always believe in this, right? If you can envision it, if it's something you want, if it's something that's in your heart, God has placed that dream in you, and you can achieve it, because you would not have ideas of things that you cannot have. I always believe that. It's like the people that like make, you know, we don't think about it, right? I'm a person who's in STEM. I'm like STEM and science and stuff. So I kind of look at it, it's a bit nerdy. But like, I think, okay, the person who invented a car, right? If you open a bonnet, to me it just looks like a bunch of like, I don't know, like I don't understand what's going on. But I sit down and think, someone actually sat down and envisioned that they wanted to be like this and this and this, and they brought it to life and they created it. And the Bible says, I'm going to reference the Bible, it says, we were created in the image and the likeness of God. God is the creator. He created, he just said, let there be light, and there was light. And because we are made like him in his likeness, we are also creators. And it just goes to every single thing we see. It was made by people. Houses, cars, the gadgets we use, some very complex things. But like as people, we just envisioned it and it came to life. So if you can think of it, if you can imagine it, you can have it and you can achieve it. You just need to believe that you can get there. And you will definitely get there. It's like you need to be a bit delusional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're guilty. Go on. Shut up. So for me, like this thing about abundance, I started like focusing on it. I mean, the past maybe 2 years, because I grew in a space where it was like everything was just like you're using the last thing that exists, or and I think my grandmother, like I love her, but she was also raised in that manner, so she was just like passing it to us. That we were taught like we're always the last because you have to put other people first. So I still struggled with that thing of like, I know maybe I should be the first one there, but I'm like trying to put everyone first. So I started like trying to understand why others heard certain things and I'm like, I don't deserve it. So for me, abundance is like, I have a definition for myself. It's just like you said, I just believe that I deserve everything that I want.
Yeah.
I don't care how y'all gonna feel, but I deserve everything that I want and I don't owe anyone an explanation. And I feel like sometimes when you have what you want, you feel like you don't deserve it. Especially the first time when you have prayed for something or you've manifested it, you're just like, is this me? Is this what? But I've been reading a lot and I'm learning that I'm a daughter of God, so I'm gonna have everything that I want. And lately I've been learning that and seeing that when I'm just like saying, I'm not worried, God is gonna take care of that. He's just like, yes, baby. And it's just like pouring things, blessings on blessings. So the more I experience it, the more I'm just like, my life is so abundant. And when I go a lot in nature, and I'm just looking at trees, and I'm like, all these trees. No one is even going there like saying, oh, let me do this. They just grow it. So my life can just go as much as I want it to go.
Yeah.
I particularly like the song by, is it Margaret City? If he watches over the sparrows, how much more can he watch over you? If he dresses the lilies, how much more can he clothe you? Like faith is a substance of things we hope for, and then the evidence of things we don't see. So you have to affirm it. If you have faith, you're going to get it. I've seen God move for me in ways I didn't expect. So I'm affirming. If it's mine, it's mine. I'm not gonna shrink myself. Yes. Let's not shrink ourselves.
Yes.
Don't shrink yourself. Don't think you're not deserving. Because the moment you think about it, God is already moving towards that thing. Is already gravitating whatever you are affirming towards you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's abundance.
Nice. Okay, I was gonna ask like, how do we get an abundant mindset? Like, because there's so much doubt, and sometimes we don't always get what we want, and that will then make us lose faith. But how do you stay on track and kind of just say, I'm gonna keep having an abundant mindset? This thing might not have worked out, that's okay, but it's probably redirection. But how am I gonna keep having that abundant mindset and not doubting that whatever I want, I will get?
For me, it's like affirmations. Like I look for affirmation that I know they can work on. Like, let's say if I'm thinking I don't deserve a certain thing, I try to find an affirmation which is positive that's gonna like dilute that.
Yeah.
And like separate the energies. Or another thing is just like surrounding myself with people that are different from me, that can help me. Let's say when I'm down, they can help me to like get up
Yeah.
again. And it's also going back to the Bible and just like thinking of those random stories, like when God opened a path for the Israelites.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like those
In the sea.
stories. Yeah,
Like-
and I'm just like, so why should I be worried? Like, if God did that, then why not? Like, I just look for certain examples and I'll put my mind to it, or I go back to things that I've gotten in the past when I knew like I was in that kind of mindset. It's like a reminder of like, you had that, so sure, like you can have everything. If you had that you never thought you deserved, then this is like very easy. Like I told myself like this is gonna be easy because I got that. So I have like good examples that I just go back to.
Yeah, and that ties into what I'm also gonna say. Gratitude, like being thankful. You know, if you get into a mindset where you're like, I am grateful for this and this and this and this, sometimes you realize like, wait, like
So much.
you've got so much going on, you've got so much that has happened in your life. And so yeah, it just comes back, like it just then brings you back to that abundant mindset. Reflecting on the things that have gone right and being thankful for them. That creates more abundance as well. Because when you're thankful to God and to the universe, it pours back into you. He pours back and he's like, oh, okay. You know, and like, yeah, you just stay in that mind.
I think
Yes.
sometimes we are not content. Yes, you should be content sometimes, but sometimes we are not content. We are always moving. Let's say I've achieved this, I really wanted this, I have achieved it. We want to move on to the next thing. We don't get to enjoy the current, like the present. Let's enjoy the present. Yes, we move on to the future, but we prayed for this. We wanted this. We got it. Let's enjoy the moment. We are always in motion. We are always competing. Mingi is dangerous. I've got a Nissan March, but Mingi is a range. I want it. But we are not enjoying the Nissan March. So you don't get to enjoy. You don't get to enjoy what you ask for. So let's enjoy the present moment. Let it go.
I have a thing that I was told, maybe it's 5 or 6 years ago, by one of my friends. Like, I have an alarm every day, 10 p.m., every single day, that asks me what am I grateful for. So I have to say 3 things. So there are times when this alarm goes on and I'm in the middle of like, maybe I'm crying, I'm overthinking something. And just like you said, when I just say those 3 things and I'm like just being grateful of things that have happened during the day, and having that every day it's been I think it's what brought me where I'm at now. But it was just like a connection of things, but that was my stepping stone. And now even my friends know when it's 10 p.m. and the alarm goes, they're like, let's start.
Yeah.
And people love it because it's something that we're not taught sometimes to just be, grateful of something that you just had, a small interaction. For me, it just, I feel like it's me getting charged by these things. Like I'll be like just seeing a stranger, like just looking at me and smile. I'm gone the whole day.
Yeah.
Or like when I walk out of my house, like there are like people that kind of know me now. I'm just like, hi. And when I'm down, they're like, what's going on today? Yeah. Or one day I was passing by this flower shop. So I was just staring at the flowers, and then the guy was just like, you didn't like this flower. My whole mood was changed.
Yeah.
And I was actually coming from the hospital, and when he gave me that flower, I was telling everyone like, I got a flower from this person. And I feel like that energy that I have now around myself is just gonna like attract more good things for me. And when I'm mad, everything is just like crushing. So
Okay, that was very nice. Thank you, ladies. I think this will be the end of our chat.
thank you.